Alright, so welcome back. We're going to start this off with talking about how we got screwed in the NFC Championship game last year. A lot of people were upset that I was wrong in my prediction that it was about the number 47. I really thought we had a great narrative with Aaron Rodgers and the number 47. If you want to check that narrative out and see why I thought that, go look at my last year's prediction of the NFC Championship game, where I was, yes, wrong in my prediction. Okay? Yep. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. I don't have all the answers. But, guess what? Maybe, yeah, I'm a little clouded by my optimism. But Rodgers did get his fourth conference championship loss in 7 years' time. That's 47. Made him 1-4 in those games, like 14, like Brady played in his 14th conference championship game, and like the Packers are still seeking their 14th championship. See, Super Bowl return remains elusive after a fourth NFC championship game loss in 7 seasons. Ryan Wood, official little check mark, the whole bit. We all know he covers the Packers. So, we're going to talk about how we got screwed, what the narrative ended up being versus what I thought it was. And then you can make up your own mind about what actually happened and what's actually happening to the Packers year after year, time after time. I just want them to, I know it's entertainment. I just want them to script it for the Packers. I want them to continue to treat us like the prized organization we are, and to come up with some storylines that favor us and win us championships, because that's what we've come to expect. Now, here's the thread. The NFC Championship game was all about the number 33. Tom Brady got his 33rd playoff win. Aaron Rodgers finished the season at 137 all-time wins. If you didn't know, 137 is the 33rd prime number. Ready? We're just going to go down here, click on the picture where I wrote in. There's the 137, the 33rd prime. There's Aaron Rodgers' 137 wins all time, which he remained at when he lost. And there's Tom Brady's 33rd playoff win against Aaron Rodgers. What are the odds that Aaron Rodgers would be on the prime number of the playoff win Tom Brady gets? Tom Brady had to switch conferences for this shit to happen. He had to switch freaking conferences. Rodgers had 33 completions in the loss. Are you fucking kidding me? 33 completions in the freaking loss. I mean, look at this shit. 33 completions. I'll zoom in. Green Bay versus Tampa Bay. 33 completions. What are the odds that Tom Brady gets his 33rd playoff win when Aaron Rodgers had 33 completions in the same loss? Oh, and if that's not enough, Brady threw 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Okay. So there you go. You can see that on this side. There's Brady's 3 touchdowns. There's the 3 interceptions. In what world does Aaron Rodgers lose when Tom Brady throws 3 interceptions? Come on, guys. Just come on. I may have been wrong, but I'm not wrong that this shit is scripted and that we're getting frickin' screwed. Rodgers got his 9th playoff loss. 3 times 3 is 9, right? Tom Brady, 33rd playoff win. Aaron Rodgers, 9th playoff loss. Ready? Let's zoom on in. 9th playoff loss. There it is. And 11-9, 9-11. Come on, guys. It's just tiring, the same shit year after year where they just freaking put it right in our you-know-where. You know what I mean? So, and this is when I knew. I had already posted all my stuff. I had already made my video. And then I go over to watch the game with my family. And I see this segment on TV at my grandmother's house right before I get there, right as I'm getting ready to leave to go there, and I see the NFC Championship game where they have a featured segment before the game. They usually do like a featured player segment, you know, a charity thing or some sad story. Of course, this was some sad story about how, and you know, touching story about how Aaron Jones is helping out this kid and this and that. So I'm going to play that clip for you in a second. But before the game, they did a big segment on Aaron Jones, and Aaron Jones's number is, oh, guess what, guys? It's 33. And like I said, I could feel the draft right then. They were, yep, right about to just put it right in your nowhere. And, you know, it's just terrible. You watch the clip, and then I'm going to continue.
Through the cleats, I hope she sees her son just saying, "I love you, mommy, everything's okay. I'm right here with you."
Growing up in Western New York, Ethan Haley was always playing and smiling and sketching.
He loved art. He was always coloring or drawing.
He would just stop and then all of a sudden say, "I want to draw." I think he could make his dreams a reality.
Ethan's reality changed in 2018, the week of his 10th birthday, when doctors saw a shadow on a scan.
We told him what it was and that it was cancer and that he needed surgery. And he just, you know, okay, let's do this. We're gonna fight it.
So began the surgeries, the courses of radiation, fighting the tumors in his brain and then his spine, as Ethan twice beat back the cancer.
He just had a strong will to live. Like, he was not gonna lay down and just not let it dictate who he was.
But in the winter of 2020, scans revealed 4 new tumors in Ethan's brain, with nothing more doctors could do.
We told him he was dying. Unless there was a miracle. I mean, just said it. He knew it. But he accepted it and lived fully knowing that he was dying.
Ethan drew comfort from his faith, family, and his art, entering a contest to design shoes for Green Bay Packers running back Aaron Jones to help raise awareness for pediatric cancer research as part of the NFL's My Cause, My Cleats campaign. In November, Jones surprised Ethan on a Zoom call.
Hey, what's up, Ethan? This is Aaron Jones. I wanted to let you know that not only you're a finalist, but you're the winner. And I got your cleats right here. I'll send something to your house as well. It's only right you get a pair of the cleats you designed.
Awesome.
Week 13, Jones had the longest run of his career in Ethan's shoes.
He's got a chance in the 10 to the 5.
What a
to
run.
the end zone.
What a
Touchdown, Aaron Jones.
He was right there with me, and he knows when I got in the end zone, that was for him. I might have had Jones on the back of my jersey, but I had Ethan right here in the front.
To see Aaron run in Ethan's cleats, that was just, it was super special.
2 weeks after that game, December 20th, Ethan Haley died. He was 12 years old. For his memorial, he recorded a message for all who knew him.
I have learned that my body is just an outer shell. It's my heart that really matters. I hope that my walk through cancer has been a light to you.
I'm always gonna have a connection to him forever. I'm sad because I wanted to grow our relationship and build upon it, but I'm glad I had a positive effect and left his family with something that they can always remember.
As the Packers play their biggest game of the season, one family will be watching, cheering, remembering.
I hope they see their son right there with me and they know that everything that's happening is for him.
We'll see a guy running for Ethan and we'll see Ethan cheering. He would have been super excited. My boy.
So, now that you saw the Aaron Jones pregame story, okay, so you saw that they ran a pregame story on number 33 when they were about to screw us with 33, when Tom Brady's about to get his 33rd playoff win, but that's not enough. That's not enough that they're just telling us right in our face. He not only got the pregame story, but then was a big part of the loss, right? Because Aaron Jones fumbled twice, and then he left with a chest injury. And he lost one of those fumbles. The one when he was hit by 33, Whitehead.
Pass to Jones coming across the field, and that's a fumble. Picked up by Devin White. White is inside the 10. Whitehead knocked it out. And the Buccaneers, already leading by 11, are set up again with another defensive takeaway.
Just tight coverage, and then they get the ball to Aaron Jones. They run the pick on Devin White, who's in coverage, but man, Jordan Whitehead, he just comes out of nowhere and just puts a hat right on the football.
So Aaron Jones was hit by number 33 and then fumbled. It's just the 33s go on and on in this game. 33 is the Master Mason number, not the Master Mason, but it's the highest degree of masonry, the highest degree you can achieve supposedly. It's above the 32nd. It's supposedly an honorary degree. It's as far as you can go. It means you're the top in that society. And the NFC Championship game is crazy shit because I'm about to read you something that blew my mind. And I wrote this in my notes. When I found this out, when I looked this up. So the Packers lost and Brady got his 33rd win. And the 33 goes on and on, I said, right? Now remember, they played on the 24th of January. The 24 is 12 plus 12. Now we discussed the significance of 12, right? In my last video, if you want, go check that out. But something I just learned is that 24 is a super abundant number. Yeah, you probably never heard of shit like this, but here it is. The super abundant number, meaning the sum of its parts are greater than the whole. I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay, we're going to zoom in. Alright, so a super abundant number is here. Half of 24 is 12. A quarter of 24 is 6. A third is 8. A sixth is 4. A 12th is 2. And 1/24 is 1. If you add all of those sums up, 12 plus 6 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, it equals 33, which is in excess of 24. It's greater than 24, so that's why it's 33, and that's why it's a super abundant number. But what are the odds that they play on the exact date, which happens to be a super abundant number, which happens to be equal to 33? When Tom Brady gets his 33rd win and throws 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, and Aaron Rodgers gets his 9th loss, which is 3 times 3, and Aaron Rodgers has thrown 3 touchdowns and 3 different championship games. It just never ends, guys. It never ends. So Brady's 14th conference championship game and 10th conference championship win, right? So get this, it gets even crazier. Alright, I said to read the pictures, we're going to read them. What's just as crazy is that Brady got his 10th conference championship win in his 14th conference championship game against the Packers, making Aaron Rodgers 1-4 in conference championships all time, which is like the number 14. Now 14 is a deficient number, which means the sum of its parts are less than the whole. Okay, so we had a super abundant number, we have a deficient number. For example, half of 14 is 7. 1/7 is 2, 1/14 equals 1. This, if you add these up, the sum, add these up, 7 plus 2 plus 1 is 10, which is less than 14. So it's a deficient number and it's 10. And Tom Brady got his 10th win in the 14th game, and he got it on the 24th He got his 33rd playoff win on the 24th, which is a super abundant number, whose the sum of its parts equal out to 33. What are the fucking odds? What are the odds? Come on. Look at this. 33 wins and 44 playoff starts. 10-4 in 14 conference championship games. Deficient number 10 in 14. So 14, the sum of its parts equal 10, which is a deficient number. What are the odds? The fucking odds. Anyways, of course, it's not enough. That's not enough, right? ESPN after the game has to run a nice little segment where they point out that Rodgers now has 3 playoff losses with 3 touchdowns.
3 years left on that contract he signed in 2018. The team is good, not like Brady had in New England where it was perfect for him to go. Rodgers finished with 3 touchdowns, might have had a 4th if the Packers went for it. It's his 3rd career loss in the playoffs where he threw 3 or more touchdowns. The most such losses in NFL history. Again, 3 years left on his current deal. Hey, Rob Domofsky, you're good. What's up?
Anyone who's been around Aaron Rodgers, and I've covered him his entire career.
That's 33. 3 playoff losses, 3 touchdowns. What in... How are we supposed to believe this shit is real? Right? That's the most ever in NFL history. And he got one of those losses when Brady threw 3 fucking interceptions and 3 touchdowns? It's just watch the clip. It's crazy. So that's what I'm saying. This is the whole thing. It doesn't require a long video. This is it. The super abundant numbers, the deficient numbers, the just without all that even, but just that alone makes it unbelievably undeniable that this was a 33 ritual. Yeah, I thought it was about 47. In some ways it was. Aaron Rodgers getting his 4th NFC Championship loss in 7 years. That's insane. So these numbers constantly are there. Maybe I underestimated the importance of 33, which was stupid. Obviously stupid. Because it's the Master Mason number and stuff like that. I mean, you know, I keep saying Master Mason, but what I mean is like the highest degree you can reach in Masonry. I know it's not called the Master Mason, but anyways, so this is it. 33. 33rd playoff win. Guys, we've been had. We've been absolutely had. Stay tuned. I'm going to break down week 1 next.